Good morning, everybody. I'm Don Lemon from CNN News, and I would like to welcome everybody here today who took time out of their busy schedules to come and join us here for this final debate between the two candidates who'd like to be Ohio's next governor. Today, I'm joined by my good friend here, Laura Ingraham from Fox News. Morning, Laura.
Thanks, Don. As always, it is a pleasure to be here with you. It is also a pleasure to be here at the historical North Central Academy in beautiful Tiffin, Ohio. Thank you to everyone who worked so hard to bring this debate together. We are also so happy to see so many youthful people here that are interested in the political process.
And we'd also like to thank the staff and the teachers of North Central Academy for all their help and their support.
So, without any further comments, we would like to introduce the Republican candidate for governor, Mr. Mike DeWine.
And we would like to introduce the Democrat candidate, Mr. Rich Cordray.
Now, as we start the debate, we ask the audience to refrain from clapping or cheering for one candidate or another, for we have limited time and have some important issues to cover. At the very end of the debate, we can have a rousing round of applause for both of the candidates.
Now, we had a coin toss early to see who would go first. Mr. Cordray won, but he deferred to DeWine, so he shall go first. All right. Ready, Laura?
As ready as I'll ever be.
Okay, then let's start the final debate between Mr. Cordray and Mr. DeWine.
All right. Good morning, Mr. DeWine. Thank you very much for being here in Tiffin, Ohio, the day before the election. Why are you, Mike DeWine, the best candidate in Ohio's governor's race?
First, I would like to thank North Central Academy for hosting this debate this morning. It is my privilege and an honor to be here at NCA. I believe I am the best candidate to be Ohio's next governor because I am a good listener, a problem solver, a fighter, and someone who has a proven track record of bringing people together to tackle Ohio's biggest challenges and get things done. As governor, I will lead Ohio forward. When you compare my record directly with my opponent's record, you will find greater successes and more aggressive action in what I have done as Attorney General. Additionally, I have laid out a clear vision of where I will take the state, and with much more substantive and specific policy plans about how I plan to lead as governor.
Thank you, Mr. DeWine. Good morning, Mr. Cordray, and I'd like to say thank you for being here in Tiffin, Ohio at North Central Academy the day before the election. Would you like me to repeat the question, sir?
Yes, please.
So, why are you, Richard Cordray, the best candidate in Ohio governor's race?
Well, first off, Mr. London, I too would like to thank North Central Academy for hosting this debate this morning. I believe I am the best candidate because when predatory mortgage lenders were putting Ohioans in foreclosure, we fought them to save people's homes. When Wall Street abused our pension funds, we went after the most powerful financial companies to get money back for Ohio taxpayers and retirees. And we were effective, recovering $2 billion. When I went to work for American consumers, we saw students being gouged on their loans, payday lenders exploiting the most vulnerable, and unscrupulous lenders cheating the brave men and women who serve our country. We gave them a voice, we fixed their problems, and we made things right. We took on a lot of tough fights, and we won. That's exactly what I'll do as governor. My job will be to stand up for people all over Ohio who just want a better future for their families. When I'm your governor, you will have someone standing on your side and fighting for you. Someone who listens to what you have to say and make sure you're being treated fairly, with dignity and respect.
Thank you.
Mr. DeWine, do Ohio's public K-12 schools currently get enough money from the state? If not, what specifically would you do to provide more funding?
School funding has been and always will be a foundational element of our education system. With 608 school districts throughout Ohio, it is a challenge to design a funding system that serves the unique needs of a diverse state. However, funding is not about systems. It's about students and making sure they have access to quality educational opportunities. The DeWine-Husted administration will create a more equitable funding system that directs state resources toward supportive services for children most in need.
Thank you. Mr. Cordray, would you like me to repeat the question?
Yes.
Now, do Ohio's public K-12 schools currently get enough money from the state? If you feel they do not, what specifically would you do to provide more state funding?
I will relentlessly press for a school funding system that is fair as well as thorough and efficient under the Ohio Constitution. The quality of a child's education should not be determined by their zip code. I will work with the legislature to deliver this needed change and to end residual budgeting for our
Well, good thing we are prepared for this type of thing. I would like to personally apologize to our candidates, our audience here at North Central Academy, and our viewers at home for that very inappropriate interruption.
Now, not everyone has to be a lawyer like me to know that everyone has their freedom, rights of speech, which is free speech, and protesting is everyone's right. But there is a proper time and a proper place.
And this important debate is neither the time nor the place.
A big thank you to our law enforcement for taking quick and immediate action following that unfortunate outburst.
Okay, candidates, let us continue. Now, where were we? Mr. Corey, I believe you were stating your opinion on whether schools get enough money from the state.
Yes. Our public schools educate 90% of Ohio's children. But since 2010, our public schools have received much less state funding, while funding for charter schools has increased. The failure to hold accountable these charter schools that are performing poorly has cost us dearly. We will crack down on failing or fraudulent charter schools. Betty and I will ensure districts can give our students a comprehensive education by making school funding more transparent. Under our administration, any public funding for charters and vouchers will come directly from the state. Ohio's tax dollars belong in the classroom instead of padding companies' bottom lines.
Thank you. Mr. DeWine, how would you handle the opiate epidemic that is currently plaguing Ohioans?
As I stated earlier, I have a 12-point plan that calls for greatly expanding the number of drug courts where treatment can be ordered in lieu of incarceration. My plan also includes incentives for business owners to hire people in recovery, and we want to implement an age-appropriate K-12 prevention education. I have worked to close so-called pill mills and revoked the licenses of physicians who were overprescribing painkillers in addition to taking opioid manufacturers and distributors to court. And please remember, Mr. Cordray, you had 2 years remaining on a term vacated by resignation. When you left the Attorney General's office, we already had a crisis and a drug problem. You, Mr. Cordray, did absolutely nothing.
Would you like me to repeat the question, Mr. Cordray?
Yes.
How would you handle the opiate epidemic that is currently plaguing Ohioans?
Well, I want to use funds from drug company lawsuits to help expand treatment and prevention services. I vow to protect the Medicaid expansion and promote more non-opioid pain management from Medicaid coverage. Mike, your plan has been to announce that you're going to appoint an opioid czar. Newsflash, newsflash, we've had an opioid czar in Ohio for the past 8 years. And his name was Mike DeWine. When you see him, tell him he's done a lousy job.
Okay. Now, Mr. DeWine, you have publicly stated that you are opposed to State Issue 1, the Drug and Criminal Policies Initiative. Now, for our audience here at North Central Academy and the millions of Ohioans watching at home this morning, State Issue 1 would lessen the criminal charges against people who have illegal drugs and use the money saved on jails for rehab. Now, can you tell the voters why you think they should vote no on State Issue 1?
I, Mike DeWine, am against State Issue 1. I believe all Ohioans should vote no on Issue 1 because Issue 1 is not going to empty the prisons out. It is not going to empty the jails out. What it is going to do is kill more people. If Issue 1 passes, Ohio might have some of the most lenient drug crime laws in the nation. It would gut the progress we have made and destroy lives, destroy families. Cordray's plan would allow drug dealers to remain on our streets, even when they are caught with enough fentanyl to kill 10,000 people. the same drug that is killing Ohioans every day. Cordray's plan would create a safe haven for drug dealers, and that is why all Ohioans should vote no on State Issue 1.
Mr. Cordway, would you like me to repeat the question, sir?
Yes, please.
Now, I know you have publicly stated that you are in favor of State Issue 1. Now, can you tell the voters why you think they should vote yes on State Issue 1?
I, Richard Cordray, am for Issue 1. I believe all Ohioans should vote yes on Issue 1 because it reduces imprisonment for nonviolent low-level drug offenses, frees up money for drug treatment and crime victims, and gives people a second chance. As governor, I will work with law enforcement to make sure drug dealers are convicted and serve long prison sentences, while people who actually need the substance abuse treatment can get it in our communities.
As the voters go to the polls tomorrow, what else would you like to say to them on why they should vote for you, Mike DeWine?
I am running for governor to move Ohio forward. I want for everyone in our state what my wife Fran and I want for our own family, and that is to leave a stronger Ohio to our kids and our grandkids. We want our next generation to have better opportunities and better lives than the generations before them. 8 years ago, we didn't have enough jobs for the people who needed them. Today, our challenge is different. We have to find workers with the skills to fill all the jobs that have been created. We need to focus on vocational training to help people find good careers. And we have to ensure that every student graduates from high school, either college ready or on a pathway to a rewarding career and a good paying job. We also have a drug problem that is taking lives in our state every day. My Ohio Recovery Plan will tackle this crisis on day one of my administration and give hope for those struggling in the grips of addiction. So tomorrow, when you get out there and vote, please keep me, Mike DeWine, in mind. I would be honored to be your next governor. God bless you, and God bless this great state of Ohio. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. DeWine, for that very heartfelt conclusion. Now, Mr. Cordway, I would ask you if you want me to repeat the question, but I'm going to repeat it anyways. So, as the Ohio voters go to the polls tomorrow, what else would you like to say to them on why they should vote for Richard Cordray?
This November, Ohioans have a choice. We can vote for government to continue serving special interests and tolerating corruption on Capitol Square, or we can start standing up for workers. We can vote to strip healthcare from 700,000 people and increase premiums, or retain the Medicaid expansion and have it lower all of our healthcare costs. We can vote to continue giving tax cuts to big corporations and the wealthiest Ohioans, or we can start investing in improving the skills of our workers. From my time in the Ohio House of Representatives through the CFPB, I have always fought for workers and for the middle class. I have never been afraid to take on powerful companies, special interests, or anyone trying to cheat Ohioans out of their hard-earned money. I will continue to bring that same steady and effective leadership as Ohio's governor, and I will continue to fight to put money back into the pockets of middle-class Ohioans. So tomorrow, get out and vote. And when you do, please keep me, Richard Cordray, in mind. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mr. Cordray, and Mr. DeWine, for your time here at NCA today. Now, let's give both our candidates a big round of applause.
Now, Ohioans, you have a big decision tomorrow. Election Day 2018. So how about you get out there and you vote tomorrow?
Students, you will also have a chance to vote. As you come to school tomorrow, stop by the front desk, get a ballot, and go to the voting booth and vote.
Now, on behalf of Miss Ingram and myself, I thank you, and that concludes today's debate.
Hope everyone has a great day, and thank you.
This has been a North Central Academy production.